Good. Chatty? Nah. I'm good, thanks.
I didn't have high hopes for Wolfenstein: The New Order. It was the first title developed by Machine Games, which instantly made me skeptical. It was also published by Bethesda Softworks, which reminded me of 2011's most disappointing game, Brink. I later discovered that Machine Games was actually mostly made up of developers from Starbreeze Studios, the company that made one of my favorite series, The Chronicles of Riddick. During my 10-hour experience, I also learned that Wolfenstein: The New Order is a fantastic game. The game feels like a good shooter should. Guns have a physical presence and bullets carry weight. In general, the weapon selection was a bit basic, but there were a couple of fun futuristic modifiers, like a sniper rifle that doubled as a laser machine gun. The game also includes dual wielding, which has been undeniably cool since Halo 2. Wolfenstein is hard, but fair. You go down quickly, but there is always something to put between yourself and the enemy. I rarely found myself without enough ammunition, and when I did, it was because I had forgotten to pick it up as I went along. Wolfenstein does away with the rebounding health meter, and instead opts for a more Far Cry-style regeneration system. After you get hit, health regenerates to the next interval of 20. In order to reach full health, the player has to find a health kit. This adds a sense of urgency when under fire, and forced me to take advantage of the leaning system. You can lean in and out of cover, minimizing the amount of damage that you take. Though there's no formal cover system, I was constantly sheltering behind protection in order to stay alive. All in all, it felt very fluid. In the future, other big-budget shooters like Call of Duty could learn from this mechanic.
Hold this.
The game really shines when it comes to graphics. I played it on my PC with a combination of high and ultra settings, and it shocked me. The atmosphere is thick, and for the most part, locations are interesting and well thought out. Some scenes fall a bit flat visually. The most noticeable one took place in the sewers of Berlin. But in general, the cities and buildings felt lived in. The color palette varies from location to location, which gives a great sense of character to the environments. You'll notice the warm orange candlelight of the resistance base compared to the faded ash tones of the work camp. One location that I can't name due to spoilers really cements the futuristic vibe that Wolfenstein is trying to create. Character models are slightly cartoonish, but much closer to reality than those in, say, Dishonored. Fire and smoke look fantastic as well. The last thing I want to touch on is the film grain effect and the shallow depth of field. At first, I was against these because they blurred faraway edges, but later on they grew on me as they lent a sense of oppressiveness and presence to the air that really complemented the story very well.
Have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, have you, BJ?
What? I just don't.
I don't know, Captain. Par for the course, innit? Mayhem and destruction like what you always do. It's just you doing you. Caroline, you there? That train's going nowhere. I'm gonna drop off the crazy American. He's got that angry look on him again.
Roger that. Keep up the good work.
The story in Wolfenstein: The New Order has a very cinematic quality to it. I wasn't expecting much from a game about killing Nazis, but again, Wolfenstein really surprised me. In short, the Nazis somehow used futuristic technology in the 1940s to defeat the Allies, and then develop a Nazi world order. The player sees all this through William Blazkowicz, an American soldier who enters a coma mid-World War II, and then awakens in the 60s. It sounds absurd, but somehow, the story is actually pretty emotional and well thought out, with multiple fully developed characters. In cutscenes, you often venture outside the first-person perspective. This helps to develop the plot in a more movie-like way. You feel distance from Blazkowicz, but this allows you to see him as a fully developed character. His internal musings also run throughout the game, which is a major plus. In a few ways, it feels like Duke Nukem done right. There's a crazy plot, a crazy hero, and a crazy world with a lot of guns.
Terroristen angegriffen und bin gerade mit dem Leben davon gekommen.
It's not all over-the-top action, though. Wolfenstein also explores some heavier subjects, such as Nazi concentration camps and terrorism. There was one sequence very early on in the game where your side commits an act of terror. Again, I won't give any details due to spoilers, but it stuck with me for a long time. The story is a fully realized part of Wolfenstein, and adds a lot to the feeling that the game is a complete shooter experience. I'd happily recommend Wolfenstein to anyone who enjoys good shooters or narrative-driven games in general. The game feels good, looks good, and left me with solid memories of its world. I've thought about some of the in-game moments long after the final credits rolled. If you're looking for something to play during the summer, go ahead and pick up Wolfenstein. It doesn't disappoint.
Es gibt ein Haus in Neu-Berlin, man nennt es Haus Abendrot. Es war der Ruin vieler guter Jungs, von mir, mein Gott, red ich Not.